So, have you ever stopped to think what living to 100 might look like? It's a powerful question, and one that Andrew J. Scott and Linda Grattan, who are the authors, they tackle heads on in their book called The New Long Life, a framework for flourishing in a changing world. This isn't a book about simply living longer. It's a guide to living better in an era of unprecedented change. We all know we're in an era of unprecedented change. Now, it's not the first time civilization has gone through unprecedented change, but we happen to be living through it now, so it affects our lives. As we navigate our careers and lives, this book offers a compelling roadmap for what lies ahead. So, what's the new long life all about? At its core, the book urges us or argues that the traditional three-stage life of education, career, and retirement is becoming obsolete. We often think of our lives in thirds, and that is, during our education when we were young, that was anywhere from 15 to 20 years, maybe longer if you went to um, a longer education or even adult education as you were in your career. And then the next stage is the career. This is when we are building our financial empire, whatever that looks like, building our families, and building our careers at the same time. Now, the members of this community, the Executive Encore Network for Women, are very familiar with building careers. We were taught that it was like climbing a ladder. As long as we had the ladder up the right building, we were going to be okay. But many of us found that it changed along the way. The ladder moved, I guess you'd say. So then we come to this tradition, third part of our life, sometimes called the next act. And many of us are still looking at it under the title of retirement. So all that is becoming obsolete now. That's the big change in our lives. With advancement in healthcare leading to longer lifespans and technology transforming the world at breakneck speed, we need a new model. So Scott and Grattan suggests that our future will be a multi-stage journey filled with transitions, learning, and reinvention. So I thought this was such an appropriate book to start off the Encore Book Club. The authors explain that or explore the powerful forces shaping this new reality. So there is longevity. We are living longer, healthier lives than ever if we take care of ourselves. The longevity dividend isn't just a few years of old age, it's a fundamental extension of our active, productive years. So in the past, like our parents, yes, they may have had longer lives, but longer lives in old age. The changes that are going on now is more of an extension of our active, productive years. Something very well known and desired by the women in our community. So, from AI to automation, technology is reshaping industries and the very nature of our work. The skills that are valuable today might not be valuable tomorrow. We know that. We have readjusted our skills many times in our career, and we know it's not going to change anytime soon. So it requires us to be lifelong learners. Then there's the societal shifts. These two forces combined are creating huge shifts in society, from family structures to financial planning to education and to our community. So Scott and Grattan's central argument is that we must actively design our lives to flourish within this new framework. Couldn't come at a better time for this actual community and the new membership. This is what it's all about, is flourishing under a new framework. This means investing in what we call or they call intangible assets, our knowledge, our skills, our relationships, and health to stay adaptable and resilient. So let's look at strengths. Actionable and empowering. One of the book's greatest strengths is its positive and proactive tone. It doesn't present the future as something to fear, but as an opportunity to be seized. The authors provide a wealth of practical insights and thought-provoking questions to help us reflect on our lives, our own lives. You'll find yourself thinking about how to manage your finances differently. It's not the traditional retirement advice. It's about investing in new skills so that perhaps we can continue to earn, but not just to earn, but to enjoy and to nurture our personal and professional lives. So that includes our networks, and that's what we have here is a membership of women at the crossroads or right in their executive encore that want to continue with their professional network and their personal network. You'll often hear me say that my most valuable asset for my business and for my life has been the networks that I have been able to include as an asset in my business, and also for building strong bonds uh, for uh, for when I age and when I transition and when I reinvent and when I go through a transition of health. It's been fulfilling or deeply fulfilling across many decades of my life, and this is what the authors are talking about. So there is room for deeper exploration. While this book is rich with ideas, some readers might wish for a deeper dive into certain areas. The analysis primarily focuses on the experiences of professionals in developed nations. It could have benefited from a little more exploration on how these changes will impact different socioeconomic groups and cultures globally. Further, while the book excels at outlining what and why, some of the how can be a bit broad. So we can, in this book club, we can go deeper than the broad, and we don't want to leave this book feeling that we can't connect the dots for our own specific circumstances. So that's one of the big benefits of the Executive Encore book club, is that we're able to bring whatever we read to our lives and connect the dots in our lives. Who should read this book? The New Long Life is a must read for all of us looking to future proof our life, and even for those who may still be in their career or looking at another career in their executive encore or looking at their creative pursuits in their executive encore. So this leaves the reader to connect the dots in their specific circumstances. It's especially valuable for you, visionary women entrepreneurs and leaders, you know, um, very successful senior executives who are women who want to build sustainable careers in and outside of their executive encore, but through their executive encore so that they can adapt to change. It could be for professionals in their mid-career who are considering a transition or want to plan the next few decades of their working life. We never know how many decades that could be. My working life has gone on into 1.5 decades more than I thought I was going to, but I love it. So why would I take the advice from people who say, like, when are you going to retire? Like, I don't see that happening soon, that's for sure. I'm in the fortunate position of being able to change the pace of my life, which I've done quite recently. And I still enjoy working with women business owners and women senior executives. So I'm not going to stop anytime soon. So this book is also for you if you're navigating a life transition, whether you are returning to work, starting a new venture, or planning your encore years. Returning to work could actually be after illness. It could be after, a derailment in your career, such as a cancer diagnosis or a critical life situation. So it doesn't mean we have to stop. It means that we take a look at our life and we know we're going to live longer, fortunately, and therefore we can start planning for what that's going to look like. So this book serves as a powerful reminder that our journey is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Thank goodness. It provides the tools and the mindset that we need, not just to endure the changes ahead, but to flourish because of the changes ahead, because of the changes. It will inspire you and others to think bigger about your potential in particular and start building your own framework for a long and vibrant life. So thank you for joining me today. This will be in the replay of the membership. And I hope you enjoy this introduction to this very appropriate book with an appropriate title, The New Long Life, A Guide to Thriving in a Changing World. Thank you. Take care of yourself, do what's best for you, and don't jeopardize what you've built for yourself. Bye.